Welcome back. Our next guest is a seasoned college access and success coach and advisor with close to 2 decades of experience as president of at Your Reach LLC. He sits down with us to speak about the work that he is doing and how he is empowering families from underserved communities and to spotlight his guidelines on effective financial, academic, and career planning for youth with aspirations of obtaining a college education. So please welcome to the show, Carlos Ampuero. So Carlos, welcome. Welcome so much.
Thank you, Andrea.
So can you tell us a little bit about yourself, your professional background, education, how you came to develop this program you now have?
Sure. So I'm originally from Bolivia. Thank you, by the way, Andrea, for the opportunity to be here at BronxNet. Originally from Bolivia, migrated several years ago, and I had gotten into the industry of education, working for colleges, high schools, middle schools, elementary schools, and came to the realization that there is such a huge gap of information that never reaches the people that most need it, underserved communities. And that's where Alcance was born.
Very nice. And how does your background and the mission of Alcance influence the way you approach like all these diverse student populations?
Well, many of the families that we serve feel very much relatable to us because we're also Latino. And so therefore they can see a relation of culture, of language, and they feel very comfortable with us being able to guide them through the process of getting their sons or daughters into college.
So getting into college is the outcome, but in that journey that you present, what services do you offer to these families?
We offer an array of services that includes financial education, academic coaching, as well as career coaching, and we bring both the parents and the children together through that process. And just to add on, Andrea, we not only get them into college, but we coach them through the college journey every year until they actually graduate.
Is that including FAFSA?
That is including FAFSA, yes, the famous
Yes.
application, and in addition to other applications that many students and parents are not aware of.
Excellent. Such as, would you like to?
Of course. There are many states, such as New York, Maryland, Virginia, California, and others, that offer other types of state financial aid to their various communities. And so therefore we educate our families on what those applications are, how do you obtain the financing so that they can actually pay for their kids' college education.
Yeah, that's very important because a lot of times parents, not only nowadays just having one child, but if they have 2 or 3, like the main concern is how are we going to put them through college, right?
Exactly.
So,
Many parents, unfortunately, lack the education, the knowledge of how to maneuver this entire maze of what college access is here in the U.S. Most of our clients are first generation, so taking that into account, the parents never attended college, whether it be here in the U.S. or back home. And so therefore, we have to start from zero, teaching them what is an application, what does the application do, what's the process, what's the time frame, what type of resources exist out there so that they can actually be fully equipped to execute and actually achieve their goal.
excellent. And how do you tie in, because we also have what is their core values of families, expectations from society, culture. So how do you manage to make sure that the clients are, whatever daily activities they're going through can reflect all of this?
So one of the greatest benefits that we offer through our services is that we do everything remote. And so we have parents that are currently at a job, working, and the student is at their campus, and we can all meet via one platform, in this case Zoom or FaceTime or WhatsApp. And so we can actually coach all of them simultaneously using all this technology.
So that means it's open outside of New York.
That is correct. We actually service all over the U.S., clients all over the U.S.
Excellent. And can you share before because I want to learn about your guides as well. But before that, I'd like to learn, like, as all the guests get asked here, what if we have youth that is watching the show and learning about what you do and the advisement, how does someone become what you are today? What path or journey do they need to be on? What advice would you give them?
I would tell them that the education is out there. A lot of it is free. You can, go to the library. You have thousands and thousands of books nowadays with all these types of apps. Public libraries, you can go ahead and download their app. You can access multiple number of books, audiobooks, videos, etc. In addition to that, formal education. You can go to college. You can go to a trade school. You can go through a certification program. The education is accessible. And though there is this big misconception that it is too costly, too expensive, there is paths that you can take in order to actually access it.
Excellent. So now, if you can share about your financial guides and, well, financial education, career planning, what is that?
Sure. So let's start with financials. That's one of the most prominent topics that we mainly discuss with our families. Is they are not aware that there is money out there that they can access to pay for their children's education. That could be federal grants, that could be state grants, there could be scholarships, there could be fellowships, internships, so on and so forth. And so once we start educating them in this process and taking them through the process, because part of our service is actually coaching them through it, so we actually help them get the financing. So that once they're ready to attend college, they have the financing to be able to pay for it. In addition to, obviously, the free money, there's also student loans. Many people have this big misconception that student loans are the most horrible thing in the world. And though I don't necessarily recommend a student loan, if it was the last resource for your son or daughter to obtain a college education, I would recommend it. There are student loans that are interest-free, that they don't have to pay any interest while they're attending college, known as the subsidized loans. And so once you start educating the parents and the students with this financial literacy topics, then they become much more adept to actually access this type of financial resources. Career coaching. We help many students try to decipher what it is that they want to pursue in life. Many students want to go to college, they want to get a degree, but they just don't know in what. And so we start coaching them on what are their talents, what are their skills, what are their desires, what are their best subjects in school. And through time, because nobody has a magic ball, nobody can go ahead and figure out exactly what you want to do for the rest of your life. And many people, as we all know, adults, come to a realization that they wanted to do something completely different, and then they change course, right? So we actually guide them through that process to identify what it is that they could possibly want to do for the rest of their lives.
Excellent. And so a lot is centered around education, correct? What is the ideal moment that you would want to see a family with their children? Because, seniors, they're already, like, college application has passed almost, and they had to have prepared an essay and whatnot. So when is the ideal moment for someone to have that first initial contact with you?
Ideally, it would be through middle school. Because it's once the student attends high school that colleges start reviewing their transcripts. So even in middle school, it would be great that the parents are already helping their children acquire a certain type of lifestyle that would give them the opportunity to be great candidates for both scholarships as well as college admissions. So middle school, but even before that, if I could add on, financial literacy for parents, you could purchase 529 plans even before your child is born. And so you can actually have savings plans for your children so that when they do attend college at the age of 18, most of these plans will already have paid for their entire college education, but parents are unaware on how to access them, how to reach out to them, etc. And so we provide that type of information to them.
Mm-hmm. Excellent, excellent. And can you please share with our viewers your social media, your website?
Of course. We are at yourreach.us. or in Spanish, atualcance.us. We service our clients bilingual. Most of our parents speak only Spanish, and the children, of course, speak English, and so we can communicate flawlessly with them because we are bilingual. You can reach us in Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. Once you go into our website at yourreach.us, you can find all the links there.
So unfortunately, that's all we have for today. I want to thank our guests, Dr. Machuca, Juan Brea, and Carlos Ampuero for joining us, and our viewers for tuning in and checking us out. Keep following BronxNet TV for continued coverage. If you're not a member of the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, you can visit us at www.hispanicchamber.nyc. Once again, that is www.hispanicchamber.nyc. You can also engage with us on LinkedIn at New York City Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, all spelled out. And I'll see you next time for another episode of Meetings of the Minds in partnership with BronxNet. See you next time. Ciao, ciao.